Good, beautiful, glowing, stunning post-sunrise in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois. This is Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you come, that's right, you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, probability-based trading alert and technical analysis, right? An overall look at the market. Very important breaking news. As you know, I've been the bear. I'm the crypto bear, right? Everyone kept asking me, why the fuck do you keep saying this shit's so fucking bearish? I need some bullish news, right? I'm getting fucking killed around here. I get all these emails. Do you really fucking believe this shitcoin could go to 4 cents? Yes, I believe that shitcoin could go to 4 cents because this is an emergency breaking morning drive time radio show today. You have major news going on in the crypto market that the structure of this market and the end of this 9-month blow off top bull run is over, right? It's over. It's over, Johnny. It's over. You know, and I'm beginning to think a lot of the guys on YouTube and you listeners and subscribers and the whole trading crypto world, they don't want to know the truth. They can't handle the truth, right? And I think that's what's going on here in the crypto world. All the hype, all the jabronis, all the hustlers and fleecers and shysters in the YouTube world, the promoters, they got you buying Cumcoin. I mean, come on. That's the ultimate blow off top in hype mania in any kind of market. If you were a probability based structured individual that could sidestep, sit on the sidelines, detect and avoid the hype, right? You got to be able to separate and remove yourself from the hype and that hype bubble and the mania, right? You have to, or you're stuck buying. My dog's name was Sheba, right? And if she was alive, a beautiful, glowing German Shepherd that died of cancer, just shy of 11, she would be biting the fucking shit out of you, right? It's a Shiba coin, Cumcoin, come on, got broccoli coin. Here's all the coins you guys got hustled into at the top of a hype, where it's a classic blow-off top in crypto, just like 2017. I know you guys don't want to hear it. You're trying to avoid seeing it, but just like inflation and high food prices, high energy prices, high consumer goods, everyone's trying to pretend it's not there, but the pretending's over in that department. You can't pretend no more. Reality is there. You can see the inflation. Used car prices are up 50% in a year. Food prices are up 10%. Lumber's up 500%. Coins, soybeans, wheat, all that's at all-time highs. Copper, all-time high. Oil going through the roof. The dollar rolling over on itself, right? You can't deny that no more. The same as you can't deny the structure of this bull market has been shattered, right? It's been changed. The structure has been changed. You've now entered, just like 17, if you weren't in the crypto sphere right there, see that yellow line, the uptrending yellow line? You guys see that? Let's pour a little pointer tool out. I love that pointer tool. See that yellow uptrending resistance? That's the blow off top. Here's the power of my charting and my probability-based structure of life that has made me an entrepreneur, 18% to a millionaire, right? 18% to that millionaire goal as an entrepreneur, because I have a probability-based structure that allows me not to get bought into the hype by the shysters and heisters and fleecers on YouTube, right? See that yellow uptrending? Let's pull our pointer tool back out. We're being serious. Pointer tool. Look at how convenient that same line that's been sitting there since early to mid 2018, when you could definitely tell that was the top back then. And that line's been sitting here. I drew it way out into the future, and it's way out into the future from now, years out into the future, the same as that green underneath multi-year support, right? And that's why I knew, and that was one, along with the rising wedge that you see right here with the pointer tool, that blue, along with that rising wedge an up and sideways consolidation after the pump with crashing volume. That was another sign in my basket of indicators that I use to call this. And just like 17, you've crashed immediately in the weekly time frame to the 200-day moving average and then got immediately bought back up. The same as 2017, because you're in the same deflating of the mania as 2017. Moon coin, cum coin, Shiba coin, Raven coin. If you're any of that garbage, get the fuck as far away out of that as you can if you're not prepared for an extended, multi-year, painful, depressing divorce, wife leaving you, a kid's not family members not talking to you because you got them trapped into some shit like Shiba or cum coin, right? It's not going to go straight down. You're going to have big volatile swings. You'll have some of your biggest weekly pumps in a bear market than in a bull market, right? In a bull market, you'll have some of your biggest drops in a week, right, on your way up. As you've seen on the way up here, we had 40% dumps in a day on the way up, right? But the structure of the market wasn't changed. Now the structure of this market has changed, and that's how we knew we were going to get rejected. And we were calling when we started getting some traction on YouTube back here in late March, and then really early to mid-April as the price really slowed down, and you could definitely see a topping pattern forming, and the whole crypto world starting to get nervous because the vast majority probably of my listeners and the YouTube listeners, the hundreds of millions of YouTube crypto listeners a day, probably bought north of $30,000. 50% of you bought north of $20,000, and that's why you're panicking right now. And then out of the rest of the 50%, probably 75% of you bought north of $44,000. So now you're in trouble because now you're underwater, at $40,000, right? And I think you're going to keep bouncing around, big volatile moves. And I think, yes, an industry exclusive call when Bitcoin was at $61,000 and pumping that day. I said, don't buy the hype. If you've made money recently, sell it, because we're going to $20,000 as our first ultimate mid-range target. Our first ultimate short-term target when we were at 62,000. Check my videos out. They're now approaching 2, 3, and in some cases 400 views now, when 2 weeks ago they had 20 views, because the future has shown Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing probability-based forecasting to be right. When all the hustlers and heisters and fleecers that infiltrated the criminal gangster cartel by the Ohio State University to heist and fleece you on YouTube so that they could make money off promoting their classes of $1,000. If you've never been if you weren't involved in the cryptocurrency 3.5-year bear market and don't know anything about that, and you think altcoins are going to boom when Bitcoin crashes, you need this class. You need to start donating to this group-oriented class. That my first ever class is going to be on the Bitcoin bubble of 17 and the mania surrounding that and the pop that ensued for 3.5 year, 80% down bear market, and what caused that and how to avoid and sidestep that and even profit by shorting it during that and buying the big dips and riding 20, 30, 40% pumps before it dumps even farther, right? You guys need to start community organizing here so we can group learn, because you're gonna get hammered, right? They got you buying cum coin. I got people asking me about cum coin, and I'm telling them to run, right, son? You got to run from that. If you weren't involved and don't know about that, you need these classes. You got to have this probability-based technical analysis that called this right here, right off the bat. And we're going to 20,000, and nobody thinks we can go lower than 20. We could go to 2,000. We could go to 1,000. Another reason you need these classes is because you guys are under the misconception and fake news that Bitcoin is a monetary and fiscal hedge, right? To preserve your purchasing power in times of hyperinflation or monetary crises. That is false. Bitcoin is nothing but a speculative asset, and you don't know what a speculative asset is, you need these classes. You need to start donating to that $100 goal. If you don't know what inflation is or monetary and fiscal hedge are, you need these classes. If you think Bitcoin is a monetary and fiscal hedge and will preserve your purchasing power, you're wrong, and you've been heisted and shysted and fleeced by the criminal gangsters and the hype media, right? Because it's not, and you're gonna get had. As inflation keeps skyrocketing, the United States is getting concerned. Interest rates are going to rise. You're going to get had, and you're going to lose everything if you think Bitcoin and Cumcoin and Litecoin are going to be monetary and fiscal hedges that preserve your purchasing power in times of monetary and fiscal disaster. You're going to be just as broke as the people holding nothing but dollars, right, and stocks. If you don't have any gold or silver, land, real estate, something of real tangible value, you're going to get hammered. You're going to go down with the ship, and it's going to be very painful, and it's going to be very bad for you, right? Because you think you're holding a monetary hedge when you're holding nothing but fool's gold. In the words of Peter Schiff, Bitcoin, if you're looking at it as a monetary hedge, the new gold that they promote, like GBTC, promotes it as the drop gold by GBTC campaign, they're shysting and fleecing you. And the Bitcoin Trust, you're going to get had because it's fool's gold, like Peter Schiff says. There's no intrinsic value, as Peter Schiff says. My mentor, check him out, his books, his old man, Erwin Schiff. Buy the book, Federal Mafia, right? I bought it. It's a great book. Peter Schiff, How to Profit from the Upcoming Crash, right? Read that book, highly educational, because these are not monetary hedges. Bitcoin is nothing more than a speculative asset, right? And a bubble, which there's nothing wrong with that, all the people that got rich, but you have to understand what that is, because if you're buying at $50,000, $60,000 and you think it's gonna go up to $1 million because of inflation, and you're hedging your money and you're worried about inflation and you're putting it in Bitcoin, you're gonna get fucked. You're going to get had and shysted, and you need these classes so you can be educated and you can learn what a real monetary and fiscal hedge is, and how hyperinflation has a negative correlation with risk assets, and they often coincide with risk assets collapsing when inflation and monetary and fiscal policies, and there's scared, and everyone's scared. There's inflation, you're losing your job, right? And all this kind of stuff. Like, subscribe, and share. This was a quick update. I'm going to get extensively into this. Donate to the channel. If you don't know about any of the stuff that I'm talking about, or never been in the crypto winter, you need these classes, or you're about to get hosed and fleeced, and take the biggest painful bear market of your life. Peace and love. Peace and love.